Mr. Roland McGinnis, to be followed by Mr. Don Cook.
Mayor Parker, council members, I am Raleigh McGinnis. I reside at 27 West Oak Drive, Houston 77056. My telephone number is 713-501-1033. I'm here to speak to item number 7, the sale of 8,800 plus square feet of city property to my firm, McGinnis Cadillac. I've been a Cadillac dealer in this town for right at 50 years on the west side lately. And I've sold all of that, and I'm happily almost totally retired, which really feels good. But I still own a body shop, a small body shop on Sherwood Forest, north of I-10, just a little west of Willcrest. I've owned that body shop. We built that about 30 years ago. And it is our desire to purchase a strip of land 20 feet wide and about 450 feet long across the northern boundary of our body shop. That's a part of a 5.7 acre parcel owned by the city, which, to my knowledge, nothing happens. We need it for parking. I can assure you and all my neighbors that no more business will accrue because of this. It's just that when you own a body shop, cars are towed to you and they can't be moved. You have to have a place to park them before you get the insurance people and whatnot to approve the repairs. So we've run out of parking space. So we want to take this 20-foot wide strip of land, make a parking area out of it, and it will facilitate our business. We're not going to do any more business there than we have been doing. The building itself precludes us from doing any more. I might tell you that there are some neighbors on the south side. This piece of ground is on the north side. And it will not will not at all affect the noise that we make or the congestion or whatever. It will add 8,800 feet to the taxable area of our property. And I guess that's about all I can say. I hope you look favorably upon that.
Sir, and we have two council members in the queue. Councilmember Brown.
Good morning, good afternoon, sir. A couple of questions for you, and thank you for coming before us today to speak. How long have you had the business there, the mechanic shop there?
About 30 years.
30 years, okay. And the additional space, I think it's like 20 feet wide?
Yes,
something
ma'am.
like, okay. And that'll be used for parking purposes?
Yes.
Do you think that there will be anything that you can do for aiding with the beautification of your shop to help with the neighborhoods? I know there's some concerns about aesthetics in the neighborhood, perhaps additional trees or shrubs to aid in the look of the area and the shop.
Well, the property is exactly 1 acre and it's totally covered with concrete. So it would be a little difficult to do any planting. And what we intend to buy is a strip that we intend to pave and use. So I don't really know how I can go about beautifying it. Body shops are not very attractive.
I understand that. I understand that perhaps there's a little effort with the new additional land to put a little bit of foliage or something to aid in the look of the area. So maybe a consideration that you can make.
We'll look into that. Yes, ma'am.
The other item, you've been in business 30 years and you're a good taxpayer. Been paying your property tax, correct, sir?
I certainly am.
Okay. This sale will certainly bring in additional revenues to the city, and I think those revenues certainly will help in a beautification in the surrounding areas. I know some residents in the area would love to have a park across the street from the elementary school there, and so perhaps this additional funds to the city will help in those efforts.
I hope so.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Councilmember Brown, that's an interesting suggestion, and I'd love to visit with you about that. And if I may follow up on your comment, it's a piece of vacant land that is your nearest neighbor. Yes. That you're expanding into. I would certainly agree with the council member that some screening or trees or something on the border of that property would be extremely helpful considering the current view, but I appreciate your thought on that.
Well, we have currently an 8-foot barbed wire fence, which we will move to the other side of that. We have that because we're rather consistently involved in people breaking in and doing stuff to the cars. So we'll move that fence, and perhaps we can plant a hedge or something like that along the outside of that fence. But that would be on the city's property.
Well,
But we'd
I
be-
think we
we'd be
should,
glad
I
to
think
get
we should,
involved
I
in
think we
that.
should discuss that a little bit because, it is not a requirement of the sale, but that's a pretty ugly barbed wire fence. But I have another council member in the queue. Councilmember Christie.
Mr. McGinnis, I think that, I think everyone's trying to make this a win-win situation, not only for the city, but the neighborhoods, the super neighborhoods, Spring Branch and look like Wrenwood Civic Association. Have you contacted them and it just laid out that this is not going to create more noise, this is not going to create more blight? And then if we can make it a win-win situation to where maybe we can make that other 5 acres, because this will take less than 0.7 acres, and work with them to say, let's try to make a park with this, complement the small business, which is the crux of this economic foundation that we have in this city, and hopefully we can make a win-win situation. So I don't
To
know
answer
if
your
you
question, I have not personally contacted any of the neighbors, but the manager of the business that we have, the body shop, has had meetings with people in that area south of the body shop.
in response.
The lady with whom he met said, "We don't want your business here at all."
You are more diplomatic, I'm sure, than your shop owner, so maybe a personal call from you, because, again, like Ms. Brown said, you know, you've been a 30-year taxpayer, and you're not asking for the moon. And if we can help with the park area in addition to that, then maybe we have a win-win situation. with
I'd
this.
be glad to meet with this lady who has opposed this sale.
Try to give them a call and buy her a hamburger or something, you know.
I'll do that, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Anything further?
Councilmember Brown.
Yes, I do recommend that, and we can certainly have a meeting in the district with all parties, and
Motion to extend time. Is there a motion? Second. Discussion favoring, opposed, motion carries.
perhaps also the idea of contributing shrubbery to the city property to help with the beautification of that acreage and building a park there perhaps in the future.
I'd be glad to get involved with that, Councilman.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.